All right, so it's Wednesday, it's hump day, and the name of today's video is Milking the Hitchhiker. So we put another hitchhiker trade on today and actually got a nice profit out of it, like 300 bucks. And I'll show you all that in a second, but let's just kind of back up here. Let's look at the chart first of the SPX. I'm kind of under the gun today, so this is gonna be a short video. I'm supposed to take my 13-year-old daughter to the orthodontist, and the last time I totally forgot about it. I spaced out, I got the wrath of my wife, and if I'm even late today, I'm gonna get it. So this is an update on our money glitch trade that we looked at yesterday. First, let's take a real quick look at the SPX chart. So here we are. Look at this. It's just been relentless to the upside. And I mean, look at these gaps in there. And even though it's kind of slowed down a little bit here, I guess technically we do have a red bar there. So maybe this is the top of it. This is going to be kind of interesting to see what happens. You see the top here, right where we're at, but there's also this gap here, and they say gaps always fill. So I guess we'll find out sooner or later. Anyway, so we didn't really do much today action wise in the SPX. It was unbelievable. We just kind of been hovering there. So real quick, let's take a look at our money glitch position. First thing I did this morning was I opened up I did an adjustment on this trade. I took off half of a side here. I just kind of tweaked it, removed some of the options, and just kind of tilted it down. And there's a down move this morning, which was really nice. And I thought that was going to be the down move I was waiting for. But nope, not yet. But anyway, at the beginning of that down move, as we came in here, I did another one of those hitchhiker trades to prop this area up here. I waited till we got some profit in here. And I think this is about $300 worth of profit right there on the down move today. And then I placed a broken wing butterfly hitchhiker trade right in here. And we'll take a look at that real quick. So there we go. So there's the position with the hitchhiker trade on it. You can see I just kind of flattened out the deltas. So basically what had happened when the SPX moved down and then started to falter, I was at about $300 of profit in this thing, in this tent, in the previous slide here. And then the SPX began to falter and started to move back. And so at that point, once it started to move back, I went in and I placed a hitchhiker. I threw a hitchhiker on there, a broken wing butterfly hitchhiker. And I'll show you that in just a second. But as you can see, what that did was it just kind of flattened out my deltas right here, kept us above the zero line. And we still have a good theta. We have a theta of 1,458. So our tent looks pretty good. Those two humps are not there anymore, but this hump is sort of there. But there's a broken wing butterfly in here that is kind of combating that, kind of propping that up. So SPX came back up to break even, like it came back to its starting point for the day up in here, and then it faltered again. And I thought, okay, well, it didn't go on the first time. Maybe it'll go on the second time. So I took the broken wing butter off. I milked it out. I got like 300 bucks on that one, which was a nice little hitchhiker milk. It was a juicy hitchhiker today. And then, so then I took it off, booked those profits, and then the market came back down again. And I'll show you where we left off for the day. But let's take a look real quick at the broken wing butterfly that I had placed in there. So here is a couple of variations I was looking at. This was one of them, but the wings were wrong on it. You can see I don't want this valley there. It puts us in too steep of a delta position here. So let's look at the next one I looked at. So this one's kind of interesting. I almost went with this one, but there's so many different, with this combination, there's so many different option expiration dates involved with this. It gives me kind of a really weird graph. I don't have total confidence in this graph, but I almost did this one. You can see this gives us it keeps the theta up. We still have a good strong vega on it. We're above the zero line. The only plot down here, we still have a profit if it goes all the way. It just kind of screams up. On the downside, if it crashes to zero, we have $1,000 guaranteed there. And so this is the only problematic area there. But anyway, I did not go with this one. I went with the next one, which looks like this. So that's how it looked once we put it on. And again, that just kind of flattens out the delta, and the lines are much more. There's much of a hard edge on the lines. It just gives me more confidence in what to expect over the next couple of days with this risk graph. So on this one, we still have a profit if it screams up. We have a profit up in here, like about $200 or $300. We have $1,000 if it crashes to zero. We have a lot of theta in here, and now we have that broken wing butterfly right there. So this droop is there, but this was going to be just like a one-day broken wing butterfly, just to see if I could milk out some profits. If it would have kept going up, I would have taken it off. And so let's take a look at that broken wing butterfly that I got into. So there is the broken wing butterfly I got into. That's about the time I got into it. That looks like it's about at break even. So again, this broken wing butterfly right here, this is a hitchhiker trade. And when it's combined with the money glitch trade, it looks like that. So it's kind of like hidden in there. And then again, the market made a false move down. It came back, and at that point I took off the broken wing butterfly and I milked out, so that's where it was at when I took it off. You can see we on that move back up, we made $330 on that embedded hitchhiker broken wing butterfly trade. And so I took that off, I closed it, booked in $315, which is a nice little juicy hitchhiker trade for today. And that was towards the end of the day. So at the end of the day, after I took the broken wing butterfly, that hitchhiker trade off, we wound up with a position that looks like this. So going into tomorrow is Thursday, so we're running out of time on this, and the SPX is just kind of hanging out in the spot where I don't want it to hang out. Kind of unbelievably, it's hanging in there. But maybe tomorrow there'll be a big move one way or the other, hopefully down for me. If it goes up, I'm not in that much of trouble. I have like this little bit here. If this trade continues trading in this area or even goes up in here and I can get out at a break even or just a little bit of profit, I'll probably just close it out and then put on next week's trade. And you need to remember that, so this position right here is showing a profit of $695, but it's not including the $150 from the hitchhikers from the two previous days. The first day there was a $50 hitchhiker profit. Yesterday there was a $100 hitchhiker profit. Today there's a $300 hitchhiker profit. So that's 450 plus this. So this position is really, this moment here, this position is really up about $1,000 to $1,100 when we take into those hitchhiker milk trades that we put on and took off. So that's it for today. We'll just see what happens tomorrow. See if we can get a down move. When we get a nice down move tomorrow and Friday, this could be really a nice rich trade. If it stays where it's at or moves up, not so good, but not the end of the world either. We can probably get out for break even or a little bit of profit if it moves up. So that's it for today. If you want to follow along with me, be sure to just subscribe to my YouTube channel below. I'm doing a whole series of these videos. These are called anti-gravity trades or money glitch trades. And there's a bunch of different setups we can use. I'm just going to do a whole video series on the setups, the adjustments, the different things, the plugins, techniques, the hitchhikers that we can hitch onto them, and all that good stuff. And also be sure to join me at my website. I'll leave the link to my website in the description below. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and we'll talk to you next time.